Welcome to another episode of The Adventures of Danny and Mike, wherein the fellas discuss dog walking, pee hands in warm water, and answer some sibling questions, all with our special guest, Casey James Salengo. Now play the music, Bubby.
Sorry about your dick. That's exactly what I did outside when I went to get Casey.
What does that mean?
There was a motorcycle guy who was at the red light, like revving his engine like an asshole, and so I yelled, "Sorry about your dick." But I didn't do it loud enough that he could hear it, but I did it loud enough that I could feel good about it.
Yeah, just sorry about your dick.
Sorry about your dick.
What's that? No, it's nothing.
Does
Casey,
that work?
how did you feel about? Were you embarrassed?
No, I didn't hear it.
He had headphones in.
I said if I heard it, I'd be like, it's all right. I've come to terms with it.
I'm over it.
My brother has the same question. You want me to save him for the pod?
We're potting right now.
We're in it?
It happens. It just
Hell yeah.
happens. So,
Speaking of potting,
When did it
welcome to the
happen?
Adventures of Danny and Mike. To my right, Mr. Danny Tamborelli.
hello there.
And to his right, Snuggle Man himself, Mr. Michael C. Morona.
Don't
Hi there.
snuggle me.
Hi
and
there.
our guest for the entire hour, Mr. Casey Salengo.
James
James.
Salengo.
Just like he likes
Do you
to
use
see-
the James?
I use the James.
Okay, Casey James Salengo.
It's douchey. I started in middle
Ah.
school because I wanted to sound more elegant.
Is it,
Yeah.
sound like
was
a
it a
robber.
real
Yeah,
elegant thing?
I thought it was elegant. I took one of those quizzes online. Remember, I'd be like, "How cool are you?"
You sound
And
like a kidnapper, actually.
People say I sound like a murderer.
Yeah, murderer, kidnapper.
Yeah. But I'm not.
Ted Kaczynski's pal, Casey James Salengo.
It was actually, yeah, it was like the Beltway sniper had
That's
like had an accomplice. They both.
He got his ricin from Family Man, Casey James
I'm
Salengo.
just making ricin over here. No big deal. Just for the kids.
I was actually opposite. I didn't like my middle name, so it was no one knew it when I was a kid. I wouldn't tell anybody.
What is it? Butt breath?
It's Lynn, Lynn.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
As a kid.
Because it was a feminine, it was like a feminine name. So.
Nobody still knows my middle name.
See,
Carl.
No.
Crenshaw.
Nope.
there you go.
Nice. I
Crenshaw
like that
Mafia.
Nice try. But
Shout out
no,
to,
no. We could go on all
Cecil.
day. Cecil.
Yeah.
Negative.
Michael Cecil Morona.
Negative. I am not a dentist, nor am I.
Is it Cecil?
Nor am I the lion the dentist killed.
That's good.
Wow.
Cromulus.
Ooh. Romulus with a C.
But none of
Yeah.
us have visited there.
I like the way you pod. This is the most relaxed pod. You're really putting me at ease.
He's not usually this
I might have had
half vertical.
I might have
I'm
had
not
an
sure.
edible today. But,
Hey, Daddy.
I really have been getting up early to work every day.
What kind of time are we talking? I'm sorry. I'm taking
No.
over the pod.
Dude, that's what it's for.
This is a free for all.
Before noon.
Oh, yeah. That's too much.
Early, man.
You can't do that.
Early.
I mean, dogs don't get up early, right?
Nah, they don't. Dogs sleep all day. Honestly, I could just not go. I walk dogs sometimes, and if I just don't show up, like I forgot to do a walk yesterday, and the guy was so mad, and then he was like, "Oh, she didn't even notice that nobody came." Dogs are fine.
It's a
You can
dog,
you can let them loose, and
They'll find their way.
Do you stack up because you get paid by the piece? Do you like try to stack up a bunch? Like I see those dog walkers with like a whole necklace
Oh
of
man, yeah, they
keychains
got like
around
10 dogs.
I can't handle that, man. If I've got more than 2 dogs, I'm like losing my mind. They're like tying my feet up, and then like shitting on the
You're tired of
place.
being flirted with.
I'm tired of being flirted with, man.
Yeah,
All
oh,
these
I'm
hot
sure.
babes chatting me up. I can't do it.
It's awful.
I can barely handle more than 1 dog. I'm pretty inept, and that's why I'm a dog walker / comedian because I'm not good at things.
What can I ask? What company you use?
I'm independent. I'm a free,
Oh, nice.
I'm a free
Because
bird.
I signed up for Rover,
Yes.
so I'm a Rover dog walker.
Is that like? Is there an extra double letter in there somewhere that I don't know about, or
No.
it's just called Rover?
Rover?
That's not very internet because you need to have like a missing vowel.
It's ROVR,
No.
yeah, Rover.
There's
Yeah,
another one that's what's the other
Wag.
Anyway,
I got
we
denied from
don't
Wag,
get
yeah.
endorsement money through either of
That's
them.
true.
But
Fuck them.
so-
They kind of screw you over with
so
money.
check
they?
out
I
think
check
so.
out Casey James Salengo's independent dog walking service.
Do you have to have insurance?
CJS
I
Limited.
don't have insurance, so
We'll cut
I
that
don't know.
out.
No, it's all right. I've never had insurance. Everything under the table, whatever.
The
You wanna-
homeowners have the insurance. It's
Probably.
it's not your fault.
You want to pay me in weed, whatever? I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yes, let's do it.
Oh, that you're like the dog walker version of this podcast. Very chill, very relaxed.
Wants to get paid in weed. All Jeremy needs to do is get a dog now, and he's got a dog walker ready to go.
That's right.
He has a dog on.
Retainer.
You're the uncle.
He has a dog on retainer.
Really, in case of emergency.
He has a dog on retainer. Jeremy joined the Billionaire Dogs Club, where you pay $10,000 a year for a dog, and
you only get it for 7 days out of the year.
And, but if you
for $10,000,
and if you want to spend more days, they charge you like $3,500 a day for the dog.
Jeremy, I feel like you're getting screwed a little bit.
Well,
it's about the membership has its privileges.
That's right.
He gets free parking at the
At the dog house.
Yeah, Billionaire Dog House,
which is just like a regular house.
It's just a regular house.
There's a bunch of dogs in it though.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
There's a lot of piss and shit everywhere.
That's what they do, man. I've left a dog. I've been dog sitting. That's where it gets. One time I was dog sitting this dog. It was like a puppy, and I put him in his cage. I went to do a show. I was gone for like an hour and a half. I took him out before. Shit, pissed at the whole thing. I come back.
I do one open mic.
I do one. It was a show, Mike.
It was a show.
Come
There's
on.
a difference between open mic and show.
Just waiting for my chance.
Unbelievable.
I'm waiting for my chance.
Just doing something. I come back. He's covered in diarrhea.
Oh, no.
But so happy to see me. So he's flinging it all over the walls.
His own or yours?
His own. I don't know. I don't know where he got the diarrhea. He might have retrieved mine out of the toilet. But and then I had to I had to take all my clothes off because I didn't want to get covered in shit and like carry this dog into the shower. And there's like big open windows, so anyone looking just saw me naked with a shit covered
the
dog.
UPS guy.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, how you doing, Jim?
That's weird to have that like stuffed animal in the middle of the bathroom, and it's just a camera.
Yeah,
I just saw you just fully nude, just being like. They'd probably give you a tip. They were like, you know what, this guy went all out,
fully
he saw
committed.
Diarrhea all over the place.
And
he took the dog into the bathtub.
Didn't shirk.
Yep, I know.
I got a face full.
It's my job.
Was that your house or somebody else's house?
It's somebody else's house.
That's what I mean. It's like.
So you let them clean it up,
bold.
right?
No, I had to clean. I had to scrub the walls. I don't know. These people could get mad. You know, people don't like coming home to diarrhea over the walls.
Really?
Maybe
Well,
you
haven't
hang out with
tested
different people.
I think I'm hanging with two bougie people.
Yeah, they gotta raise your
Everybody needs a little diarrhea on the walls now and
Just
then.
to keep you humble.
That's it. Yeah.
Humble.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
That's why I didn't get a big head while I was a child actor. As my mom used to spray a little bit of diarrhea on my bedroom wall.
That's a good mom.
She was just like, "Look, it could happen to anybody, okay? And like, be nice, okay?
All right.
This isn't gonna last forever, but that diarrhea, it's gonna
That's
last."
forever. You're getting slime. You're getting diarrhea on the other end.
What was really considerate of her was when they would go out of town, Dan would feel kind of like in an unfamiliar place, but Sally would bring along a little something from home to make him feel like he was back at home.
She used to have those Tupperware parties, so she got those extra Tupperware.
Just different neighbors' diarrhea.
So glad that I've digested before.
It's like a swingers party. But instead of keys, you leave diarrhea in a bowl, and you take home someone else's diarrhea.
Tupperware party.
Where are the dogs in this situation?
The dogs are gone.
No, dogs are way gone.
No, they're all in a whole other room, sniffing each other's asses.
Mike posted a video on Twitter today of what he thought was dog poop, and I had to really let him know that I'm pretty sure that was human shit. But he was like, it was sprayed in a way on the sidewalk that,
Yeah.
You couldn't tell. But he also made a video of it and posted it on Twitter. So anyone who looked at it looked at a video that Mike posted of shit on the sidewalk.
Yeah,
and he's worrying about diarrhea right now.
But nobody's worried. It exists.
What's your game plan there? Putting shit on Twitter.
I'm not worried.
I mean, I'm
worried about the dogs.
There's shit on all over Twitter. So
I'm worried about the dogs of Brooklyn. Their diets relative to the people of Brooklyn are getting way too high end.
Yeah.
There's the quinoa crossover is about to be upon us, where dogs consume more quinoa per capita than the people of New York.
Because it's on the street?
Yeah.
No, because they get very good dog foods.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's true. This is a big problem in my business.
Is it? Yeah, you can't just go to the bodega and get some Alfalfa.
You can't just feed them scraps or
Alpo.
alfalfa.
Yeah, you know alfalfa. That's what the
From the
dogs
Little
are
Rascals.
looking for.
He's fallen on hard times and now agreed to chop himself up. And
Yeah, that's great. He just cut his finger off. It's good money.
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
good.
living. You know.
It'll grow back. I don't think you know how bodies work.
Those kids don't know either. You guys know child actors. They don't teach anything.
No.
did you leave town with a dog and say, I miss this feeling? I'm gonna do it here.
No, I was working an office job, and then my stoner buddy, who this is my boss, he microdoses acid every day, more than the stoner.
Does he really?
And he's like, hey, just come walk dogs. And I'm like, I can't be in an office doing comedy at night, getting up early in the morning.
It sucks.
I'm like, this fucking sucks. I'm losing my mind. So the dog walking was like 11:30 to like 5:30.
Doable.
Perfect.
Totally doable.
But I even got fired from that recently, so now I'm just walking a few dogs on my own. I couldn't even handle that anymore. I'm late all the time. I'm very inept. I told you this. So
You
now
sound like a real comedian to me.
I can handle literally.
We should do a tour together.
Baby, let's do it. Let's get in the van.
How do you?
Do you have a van?
Speaking of a van,
No.
Any van will work.
Speaking of a van, how did you and Dan meet? I wonder.
Why did you say speaking of a van? Was that
'Cause I
because I'm
just-
fat? Is that a fat joke?
We
How is
fucked
that
in
a fat
we
joke?
fucked in a
I
van.
don't know.
Joe.
Like he's a big van. Like, he's a big guy. He's a van. I don't know.
Speaking of a van,
I take-
Dan, you fat
No.
piece of shit.
Yeah.
Speaking of vans,
Speaking of vans, you're fat, Danny.
unless he was
Piece of
like
crap.
Speaking of living in a van
Presuming there
down
was
by
a
the
lift?
river.
I actually first met you when I was in college. I don't know if you recall this. You were playing. I went to Oneonta, and your band
Oh
Jounce
my
was
God,
playing
at the Black Oak.
and you got a ticket in front of the place.
I met you outside. I met you outside and took a picture. I was very excited to meet you. And then I met you back here. I think we did a couple shows together.
I remember doing a Friends of Single People
That's
where
when I
we
first met you,
did
yeah.
we did like a good bit, and I didn't commit. Not like I just didn't commit to the wrestling bit because I didn't know that you were into wrestling.
I'm so fucking.
And I was
embarrassing.
like, so the guy that I was trying to represent was a wrestler, and I was like running around pretending to be a wrestler, and you said something, and I was going to hit the chair over you, and afterwards you were like, you should have done it, dude. I love wrestling.
You should've hurt
And
me,
I was
man.
just like, man, I mean, we sort of just met. I didn't really
Yeah.
want to.
So
I didn't want to go down that road, but
so the
now
first
I
time you
know.
met,
Just
you
I fully
killed
commit
humor.
now. I knock
Yeah.
people with chairs all the
You
time now.
killed it.
You could hit me anytime you want, Danny. I'll sell it. And I'm committed to the business. I wanted to be a wrestler, but my bones hurt and I've got no athleticism.
Well.
So I did the promo part.
Oh.
Comedy.
Oh yeah. Do you commentate on wrestling?
I actually
On
did. I've done
backyard wrestling.
There's my friends run like a charity show once a year, New Jersey, and I go out there and we do live commentary on
Southern
it.
New
It's
Jersey?
fun. I don't know the different parts of New Jersey.
Just wondering where you were from.
I'm from New
Oh, where I'm
Jersey,
from?
so
Yeah.
I'm from
I can let you
Vermont.
know. Oh.
You don't sound like you're from Vermont. That's cool.
What do people sound like from Vermont?
I don't know, Salengo land.
They
You sound like you're from Salengo land.
Vermont is like everyone's like, hey, how you doing there, bud? Was your dad
Yeah,
awake, bud?
bud. See,
Hey,
did you hear
bud.
that?
Oh, that's
you hear
the bub?
that? You hear the bub?
oh wow,
It's like it's like kind of a
Yeah,
South
bud.
Dakotan Canadian. Hey, bud, is your dad home? Come light some fireworks there, bud. It's real like trashy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that in Massachusetts because I went to school in Western Massachusetts, and our buddy here is from Massachusetts, and I always say bub to him, and he's like, that doesn't mean anything.
yeah, it's not a Boston.
Like it's totally like a Vermont Maynard thing.
No, I'm looking
Yeah,
at them like
Bob.
they're Wolverine. I'm just always talking. I call everyone Bub because I'm Wolverine.
It's a Wolverine thing.
Oh yeah, that is a
I
Wolverine.
didn't even think about that.
Where's Wolverine from?
Vermont.
Canada.
He's from
Canada.
He's from Canada.
He's
Yeah,
from
yeah,
Canada.
yeah. He's from a lab as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
you know-
his
military.
bones.
You know what's
just his just part.
Just the bones.
Do you know
please.
what's happening right now? Hulkverine.
What's that?
Weapon H. There's like a Hulk Wolverine going on.
Oh,
right now.
damn. I thought that was like Hulk and Ben Vereen combined.
Taps-
That
he's
sounds
also
very-
He's still alive. I think he's-
I thought they
he's dead.
reanimated Ben
That would
Vereen.
be amazing.
That would be.
They should do a hologram version of that.
That would be
They're
It's
very,
Coachella,
they're very
Coachella next.
popular right now.
Coachella next year
Headlined
is,
by Hulk and Ben
is
Vereen.
Hulkverine.
No, that's fucking cool as hell. Does Hulk need to be stronger?
Dude,
What the
no.
hell?
He's even.
No, it's not even about being stronger.
He's
He
even
just
more
has
dangerous.
he just has claws,
Oh shit, yeah. Fuck.
right? Isn't that
Don't
what-
forget a healing factor.
The healing
Oh,
factor
the
is the
healing
important part.
factor is very important.
Wouldn't that be great?
Hurts every
Aren't there
time.
all so many times when you could have been very well served by a mutant healing factor? Just real quick, like
Yeah, more like emotional. Really, that's where I don't put myself in
I don't know
dangerous
if it works
situations.
on. I don't know if
that
it
hurt.
works on hearts like that.
I don't think it works on his heart. He's a very sad man.
Well, if it could work on your heart, how would it work for you?
Just like
What would you need?
wow.
What would
oh,
you
you
need
know,
done?
heartbreak,
If I could
breakups,
turn back time,
if I could find a way, I'd take back all those words that had hurt you, and you'd say, "Yeah, that was
Not bad, guys.
That was about Wolverine." Right?
Speaking
Turn
of taking
around
over,
and show me the chapless, the assless chaps.
the chapless.
The chaplets.
The chap.
No chaps, just ass.
That's just the ass.
Turn over the ass and see all the chapel.
I don't know why I'm not speaking right. I did not eat an edible today.
Yeah, I
so-
didn't either. I've gotten off weed recently. I'm too panicky. Is there a certain strain?
I just thought maybe your dog walking
sativa
career
is a
picked back
panic.
up, and that's
Nah,
why you're getting off
panicky
the
for
weed.
you.
Yeah, sativa. I used to like the sativa as the. I thought that was the
Uppy
upper.
weed.
That's the
Yeah.
pump it up.
Yeah,
I need
but
to
I think
pump it
that's what
down.
gets me anxious or gives me anxiety.
Really?
If I'm like
Which one makes you
too
clean
alert
the house?
and
Yeah.
like,
Which one makes you clean the
house?
apartment?
Adderall.
Sativa. Adderall.
Indica makes
Yeah, you know
sleep.
that strain Adderall.
That's the one up.
Yeah.
Everything we struck a
Yes.
chord.
Yeah. Mike's flashing back to SUNY Purchase right now with these like blue pills and orange pills.
Did you go to Purchase?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I wanted to go there, but I didn't. It was not good enough.
Wow.
So
Would you go to Bennington?
I went to Oneonta, SUNY Oneonta. It's just like a general.
If you were here earlier in the
Yeah.
podcast,
If I
you
were
would have
present,
known.
You popped
I was
out for a
here.
minute.
You were-
I was here. I wasn't present.
You popped out.
There's some of them up there that have some great names, and then there's Binghamton,
Binghamton.
and then there's Binghamton.
Yep.
It's like all these ones with really great names, and then there's Binghamton.
I call it Big Ham Town. Everyone gets a
Yeah.
big laugh out of that.
Oh, that's a big
You been to
Ham
Rochester?
Yeah. I
So,
love Rochester.
garbage
I've only been
plates?
Oh my God. I was going to bring up garbage plates are the best
Thank
fucking thing
you,
ever.
fellas.
A lot of the garbage plate talk on this podcast.
Yes.
Why don't they have them
Yeah.
more places? It's the fucking best. You can
We're
drink
thinking-
for 6 days straight. You have one garbage plate.
There's
You're a
like,
new man.
isn't there a garbage place in the city now?
Probably, but it's probably like
Bougie.
$40 and bougie, and there's creme brulee. And
It
We
should
use,
come with-
we use
yeah, it
only
should
the
come with
finest
bowling.
pork belly.
yeah, no, fuck. I want a hot dog
yeah,
and some
yeah.
hamburgers and potato salad. I like a bunch of shit mixed together, and that's
Yeah.
it.
Mm.
I want it to look like what it's going to look like later.
Absolutely.
It's called the
Well,
garbage
yeah, it all
plate here.
goes into the same place.
It's called the garbage
I hear
plate.
that, bro.
Here, yeah.
It's a French place.
Yeah, it's a little fancier.
Le garbage. Le plats go garbage.
Garbage plate? No.
No, you can
Don't
get
have
the
the.
Platts
No, we have
garbage.
we
You
have
gave
the
the
latest
garbage.
import from La Platte garbage.
We've been pumping geese full of stuff to make their livers huge. So we
Yeah,
can
why
make
don't you
this
do that, man?
sweet
That
ass
sounds like a
pate.
good stoner job.
Walk.
Gravage.
But he's not a stoner.
What is that?
Taking a break.
Oh
That's
my
when you
God.
hold geese open and force feed them so that they get fatty livers.
It is a good
Gravage.
stone to get high as fuck. Just force feed geese. I'll do it.
He's like, sorry, dude, and the goose is. Just
We'll
like,
give you $20 a geese.
I'm like, what? Yeah, sure. It's pretty fucking good, dude. Yeah, I'll get a goose high. Hell yeah, man.
I don't know.
Yeah, you
It'll
wouldn't have
probably
to
help.
force feed a goose if you just blew weed in
That's
its
true.
face.
You know what?
It's true.
That would probably
They'd
be
like, come on, bring it on,
man.
That would probably be
Bring
much
his friends.
more
I got
humane version
12
of
other
foie
friends
gras.
who love this party.
Whee! I remember when I got the garbage plate, I was in this restaurant and I said, I'll take a hamburger on it. And this girl behind me at a table, she goes, did you say hamburger or Amber? And I said, hamburger. And she goes, oh, because my name's Amber. I was like, all right, whatever. And then
All
a few
right.
minutes later, I
You
told
start
my
talking
I
now?
said hamburger again to
Can I
my
get an
friend.
Amstel? Can I get an Amstel?
I said hamburger again to my friend. She turns around. She goes, "You're just being a dick now." I'm like, I can't say hamburger in the
Somebody-
place.
What
Somebody's
other
thirsty,
words?
it
What
sounds
other
like.
words are off limits in your world, Amber?
It sounds like it would have been flirting, but she was very mad and not. It like wasn't in a nice way. So
Actually,
just,
it
Was
could
it
be
late at
flirting,
night?
though.
Was she drunk?
I mean, sure, but still, people are allowed to say hamburger.
Sure.
It's a free
What
country.
kind of world is it if I can't say fucking hamburger?
Yeah.
Did you just say Amber? Because that's my name.
Yeah, it was fucked up.
Yeah, I
Nobody
don't-
said Amber.
We'll make sure I'm never going to speak nice to another Amber ever, just in hopes that it's
Thank
that one
you.
Amber.
What? There are
So I'm
nice
sorry.
Ambers out
I'm
there.
sorry, anyone who I meet named Amber
There
for the
are-
rest of my life. Now.
Wow.
Amber Tamblyn, you ever meet her?
I haven't.
Amber
Yeah.
Jeanette?
Nope.
Amber Rose.
A lot of
Tiffany
Ambers out there.
Amber Thiessen.
Did you ever meet her?
Yes.
You did?
Yeah.
How is she?
She's very nice.
She's very nice. What would you say if she wasn't?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, really? All
She's a
right,
bitch.
cool.
He says
She's
while
a
shaking
bitch.
his head
She's
no.
she's a bitch.
Yeah, for the listener, I'm not shaking my head. No. For the people who are viewing on our Patreon account,
Do you have a Patreon?
yes, we do. It's patreon.com
Oh, is this?
/ Danny and Mike.
With the and spelled out.
Which
AND.
is the dumbest thing. It's the dumbest
Okay.
catchphrase, and I hate it so much every time they both say it.
You know what I hate is the Danny and Mike part. We should call it Mike and Danny.
Nah, one of those deals.
What do you
Yeah.
think?
Wow.
Casey?
I think Mike and Danny,
Thank you.
You're the elder.
Change it
so
on the
I'm
board.
sorry.
Yeah, well, the whole idea
Seniority.
of that was, Pete and Pete was him as the first Pete.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is changeover time. No, you can't
Okay,
change it.
okay.
Don't
Yeah.
touch it. Don't touch it.
That was a good effort.
Put it
Made for
back.
effort. It would
That
take
is so
forever.
dumb.
Very funny.
Why do you not have
We'd have to
fingernails?
change our whole SEO now. We've been a podcast for 4.5 years to
4.5
change it from
years,
Danny and
yeah.
Mike to Mike and
You're
Danny.
going to change all the
I gave the
incorporation
option after one.
documents?
After 1 year, I said, we can change it up. It'll be fun. And they were like, no, we should keep it.
You know how he did it? He went like this. He went, Mike. He waited till I was sleeping.
Nah.
Late at night. He was like, Mike, are you okay with the podcast? If you're not okay with it, say something. If you're not okay with it, say something right now. Okay, Mike, I'm going to give you a full 30 seconds. Mike.
Also, I'm going to borrow a bunch of stuff from your fridge.
Yeah.
And then,
Your wallet's on the table.
then he
I'll
dips,
bring
yeah.
the credit card back
then he
later.
I
dipped
ate
my
6
hand
edibles.
in warm water.
And then cold water, which makes you pee.
Danny.
You got to do both.
No,
What?
that
I
gets
don't
the
think
stains out. No,
I
that
think you
gets the
gotta
stains
do-
out.
Oh, it gets
Warm
the
water and
stains out of
cold.
your hand?
Yeah. Warm
You
water
know-
and cold water.
Is
Gets
You
Is
the
that
think
true?
it's just warm water?
First fact check of the episode. Let's
I
take
think
a
you
look.
have to do cold water and then
That's
warm
not
water.
true. I think it's just warm,
I think
right?
it's just warm.
Okay, well, I've been doing
Get out.
extra. I've been doing extra stuff. You know what?
Waste.
When I did it, they peed so much.
Hell yeah.
Who's
so
they?
much.
Who's
Right.
they?
The Illuminati.
We did. No, we only did it. I only did that in 6th grade. They took us to this place in the Catskills called Frost Valley.
I've been there.
You've been to Frost Valley?
One in 4th grade, we went on a fucking place rule.
Right.
Did
They
somebody
took
dip
us-
your hands in water?
No,
and make you
I can piss all by myself. I don't need pranks.
Yeah.
I got problems.
Well, so like our
got
elementary
powers.
schools all combined into a middle school. So
Yeah.
it was like a grouping, like, hey, let's get to know everybody. And there was
of kids going
This
through
kid-
puberty.
this kid, Josh Wood.
This motherfucker.
Boy, and
How
all
you
the last
doing?
name Wood.
Well,
And
had
like,
it
he was
going.
6th grade, morning Wood. And every time he woke up, he was in my bunk. We're like, morning Wood. And we were
Oh,
all
you had-
laughing real hard.
Wait,
and
you
he
had
was
morning
not
wood in
happy
your
about
bunk?
it. No, we would just make that joke saying morning wood to
Got it,
him, like
got
good
it.
morning wood.
Yes.
And then
It was very funny to us.
Yeah.
And
now he killed himself.
and he's doing just fine. But
Okay.
I definitely put cold water and warm water on his fingers while he slept,
And it worked.
and it worked.
Really?
Well,
Yeah, I'm sorry, Josh. But yeah,
I
you
would
you
have
peed, you peed yourself, and it
apologized.
was our fault.
I would have apologized, but I was having too much fun laughing. At you.
there goes a listener.
I don't talk to him. in
He's like, well, no longer.
23 years, probably.
Unsubscribe.
Yeah,
Patreon, give me my money back.
Damn, he just joined at the $5 level too.
Yeah,
That's
that's the
fucked up.
video level for those
that's
keeping
right.
score.
Only
Really?
Only
Damn.
$5.
That's great.
It's a
Episode
pretty
video.
good
Look
deal,
at
right?
this.
Yeah.
And look at this. Yeah,
get to
look
see
at
an
your
outfit.
T-shirt.
2 L's
dope.
coming
Oh, that
at
is
you.
a sweet.
Yeah.
It's like better
I-
than 2 wolves.
For $3, you get 1 out for 5. You get them both. Coming at you,
You
huh?
get $3, you just get one.
That's pretty cool.
I couldn't afford a whole owl. I just had
$1 you
$2.
see the head.
That's too funny.
That's pretty fun.
No,
So for the listeners, if you're not
there's no.
into watching this, well, if
Don't
you are
donate
into
any
watching
money.
it,
Yeah, no more money, guys.
Dan, there was no mention of
Shut
cold
up.
water. It was just warm, and they don't even know if it works. But I guess
You
you
said
know,
it works?
well,
maybe it works.
maybe it works
Yeah.
because, or maybe he really just pissed himself, and that's a problem that he's always had.
Regardless, I'd like to think you're wrong.
Okay, that's fine.
So,
And I might remember
way.
it wrong.
Yeah,
But I'm pretty sure I remember that it happened.
I agree with you.
That same trip, a bat flew into my hair while we were on a boat.
Your
Your hair?
Yeah, it
Like
flew.
how much hair did you have?
Yeah,
No, I just had long hair, but
Yeah.
it
But
was like
how
it was
far?
It got stuck in my hair, like for real.
It just flew on your head.
No, it got stuck in my hair.
In your beehive? Were you in the B-52?
No, it
this your
wasn't a
Marge
beehive,
Simpson
but
phase?
but I had long hair. I had the long, part down the middle
Yeah, Kurt
hair,
Cobain.
like
It was the
Kurt
90s.
Cobain.
It was the 90s.
The Kurt Cobain
We all
hair,
had we had the
and
middle.
it got stuck.
Skater cut, we
It got
called
stuck
him.
in my hair. It
the
did.
butt the butt
It
cut.
did, and my principal had to pull it out. And then he made fun of me for the rest of.
Really? He made fun of you for getting attacked by a bat?
They called you Bat Boy. What did they do?
No, he just, anytime I was anywhere that he would see me, he'd be like, "Oh, you got something in your hair."
What an asshole.
Yeah.
His name was Dr. Shuck. So I used to.
He'd already overcome a lot of adversity.
Well, I used to call him Dr. Schmuck, not to his face.
Woo! Come on, get him, Daddy.
How about now? You think he's
And he
retired?
looked like Ric Flair. No, he passed away.
Oh my God, Ric Flair's my goddamn
But
favorite.
he looked exactly like Ric Flair.
He had the feathered hair and everything?
Yeah, he had that white hair like coiffed up like that.
That's the best look.
Sequence robe.
Ric Flair's
Did he have a robe?
Didn't have a robe. No, he wore a suit because he was a
Schmuck.
a principal and a schmuck.
Yeah. Well, Ric Flair wore a lot of suits, and he's a good-looking man.
I always remember that robe.
Is he one of your heroes?
Yeah.
Straight up.
Sequence
I've
robe.
got several Ric Flair shirts. I didn't wear one today. I drunkenly made my buddy watch his 30 for 30 the other day, and he's not interested in wrestling at all.
But was
And,
it cool?
It's so good.
Those
It's
are
30
so
for
good.
30s, you don't have to be interested in.
I mean, he's an interesting man.
All you need is to enjoy zooms onto photographs.
Oh man,
and
It's
interviews.
the best zooms, the tightest zooms.
The tightest.
It's fucking cool as hell. I did this prank. It wasn't even a prank. When I was younger, my buddy, this is fucked up. We were in the pool. I went through puberty very late, talking about puberty. So I was in the pool with my buddy. We were like 12. His shorts came down, and he had like a big frock of like red pubes. And
that was me.
That was you.
That
It was
was
both of you guys.
me.
And I didn't even know pubic hair was a thing.
I was like, you're bleeding, you freak.
You're bleeding. Your dick's bleeding. But I was like, what the fuck was that? I literally had like thought, was like, I was like, is he pranking me? Is that like a toupee?
Or what is that, Merkin?
I had no idea what it was. So later on in the night, he fell asleep, and I was doing all these pranks. I was like putting carrots in his ears, and I put like ranch dressing on his head. And then he was so asleep, and I was like,
Let me
I
check
wonder
out his
what's going on
dick.
with the So I took a peek at the pubes, and they're still there. And I don't know if he was pretending, but then the next day I went to see him because I went home. I lived
And
on the street.
I wasn't allowed to see him anymore.
Well, no, I came back and he was so mad. He goes, "You're not allowed to come over here anymore." And I was like, "Why?" And he's like, "You got ranch dressing over the
dressing.
pillows." And I was like, "Oh, all right. I
Okay,
was,
Sorry,
I
man.
didn't
My
get
mom
diarrhea.
will
I
get
didn't
you
get
some of your
diarrhea everywhere.
pillowcases.
yeah, I wasn't looking at your dick while you were asleep.
Definitely wasn't checking out the hog.
I'm glad he doesn't wake for that. but that's a funny prank, is to look at your friend's dick.
Man,
He
I
doesn't
hope
know
he-
about it.
It's
hope
just a
he
funny.
knows.
It's just a funny goof.
It's a
not
funny
it's
goof.
just a
I
little
hope he's
goof.
not listening to the podcast right now and shaking his fist at the air.
He's probably so fucking mad. He lives in Japan now, and he's like off the grid. So he probably doesn't.
I
And
was
he does
sure.
a good job of.
I went to Japan and went to
shaving his pubes.
the
Yeah,
public
I hope
baths,
so.
and everybody looked at my pubes because they were red.
Really?
And I was sure that I could not make this into a business, but stay in Japan. And
Everybody line up.
once Y2K went down, I would be like the novel American.
Once
He
the
gets
internet's down,
He gets
yeah.
into the
Stay
sweet
people.
Japanese, like
Yeah, a
high-end
niche
businessman
of-
crew,
yeah.
and that's all. His only job is to like. He'd be like, "Okay, now," and he just drops his pants and shows his red pubes, and everybody laughs.
That's
And then he
great.
pulls him back up, and then they continue on with
Holy
their met.
shit.
He's
You
like
really
he's
think
a
of me-
21st century jester.
He's like a
Think I'm
King Kong.
trained monkey.
It's
Yeah.
great. You're like King Kong. They have you chained up, and then you break free. The man with the biggest pubes in the world.
It's-
Proud of you, man.
I've been called worse. I've been called a lot worse.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And the guy with the
biggest
biggest pubes.
Yeah.
The biggest, not even longest
Yeah,
or
just
fullest.
That's
The
actually,
biggest.
yeah, that's actually a Weird Al song.
Really? Oh, that's great.
No, that's the biggest ball of twine in Minnesota. I went to see him a few last month and 2 months ago, and it was good.
Yeah, he seems like a very sweet man. He's
It was
still,
worth it. It was
yeah.
worth it.
He
Went with
looks
a-
exactly the same too, by the way. Like he just doesn't
like
age.
heaven. He looks like heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's clean living, boy.
That is clean.
Well, that's what happens when you don't
That's
violate
accordion
copyrights.
living.
Sure. Yeah. You don't have that
Use
stress.
usage with permission.
I always wonder those people that have like just a guy like that doesn't seem to have any like vices. You know what I mean? Like it just seems like he lives like a pretty straightforward life.
Like
what's
Mr. Rogers.
Like Mr. Rogers. Like what are the skeletons? There's something in there. Yeah, man.
We haven't heard anything ever
would-
about
he
Fred
would go-
Rogers'
And
closet.
it would be devastating.
He would go home and give the middle finger to photographs of Mother Teresa.
That's fine. That's great.
That was that was his sick thing.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
And is he Thomas?
What's worse is that he would eat pistachios while he did it. It was
That's
so
fucked
fucking
up, man.
weird.
Did you know
That's sick.
that Mr. Rogers controlled the train?
Like,
Oh yeah, it
what?
showed him do it.
What's that?
It showed him turn it on.
No.
Yeah.
What do you mean
Show him
controlled it?
turning it on. No,
He
he had
controlled
a
with his
switch.
mind.
He had a switch
with his
underneath.
mind. He had mind.
No, he had a switch underneath that he could control the train to come out back and forth. which
Really?
I never realized, and then I saw a video that they focused in
Behind
on,
the
like a little
scenes, yeah.
hand movement, and it blew my mind.
That's cool as hell, man.
It really was like I
It's
was
more like those.
I thought it was just magic, and I wanted it to be that
Yeah,
way.
it's like those Vegas
I don't
videos
know.
where it's like, watch the magician.
yeah, it's like some Chris Angel shit. Watch a man turn a train on.
Just got mind freaked by.
You get mind freaked.
Rogers.
Mind freaked by Fred Rogers.
That's great.
Yeah,
He's a great man.
yeah, we're gonna find out some terrible things about lots of people that we like. Speaking of Bill Cosby,
Yes.
Ooh.
he deserves to go to jail.
I think he will.
I did a Jell-O pudding pop commercial with him when I was a kid,
Really?
And
but
he touched
didn't.
him.
But didn't.
Like physically touched
Didn't
him,
get
not
touched, but didn't get touched, and also didn't end up in the commercial. I think because I ate too much Jell-O pudding
Because you didn't get touched.
pops and got sick.
You get sick?
Yeah,
Like,
Buddy.
it happens when you're a kid.
it was kind of like I was being dog sit because they came in the room.
And you
There was
shit on
diarrhea
yourself? You
everywhere. There was diarrhea
That's
everywhere.
It's probably because your pubes are too big. They're like, this kid, we can't get him off camera.
It turns out I saved myself, I guess,
That's true.
from a worse fate by shitting on myself.
Oh,
Damn.
my
Well, it's
God.
crazy. How was he when you met him?
Rude.
Rude, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
No patience for a diarrhea boy. I don't know what to tell you.
That's very sad.
No patience for a
You
diarrhea boy.
That was
Bill
actually our
Cosby.
fourth. That was our fourth live album. Dan and I have done. Dan and I have recorded 4 live albums in.
That's actually
New York.
the last. That's the
New
last
York.
Bill Cosby record that will ever be made. Was No Patience for Diarrhea Boy.
Yes, New York, Milwaukee, Chicago, and Seattle for some reason.
Yes, Seattle.
No patience for diarrhea boy.
Seattle's a big diarrhea market.
All the Amazon people shitting their pants. Am I going to get fired next? Am I going to get fired?
Oh my God, I'm sorry he was rude to you, buddy.
What? No,
Well,
I
he
love
ate
diarrhea.
too much. He ate
Yeah.
too much Jello.
I would, yeah. of
It
course.
happens when you're a child actor and you get a commercial.
When you
for
get something
food,
for free, yeah.
you just it's just instinctual,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It's like I did like
We've
a
done some spit bucket talk.
cinnamon toast crunch commercial.
Really?
Doesn't that sound like fucking heaven, man?
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah, it's
great.
like I'm just. What do you want me to do? Oh, I need you to take a bunch of bites of this cereal and smile and say you like it. I was like, this shit tastes good.
Now
I
I
like it.
just learned something.
Now
else.
I don't feel good. It's 4 hours later.
You
My
still eating
stomach
it?
hurts. I'm still eating.
But he's
it.
like under
shit.
hot lights too.
Yeah, just hot
the
cinnamon
milk getting hot.
Yeah, the milk, regular milk.
What I just
That's
found out
hot.
about Dan was that he doesn't drink milk. So what did you have with your cereal?
No, I had milk there. I wasn't. I was drinking milk at that point. I said I haven't.
Now it comes
we
out.
see where the trauma went.
Oh, my
Jeremy.
Hey, what's up?
Let's not listen.
Jeremy, I figured out why Danny doesn't like milk.
Hit me.
He got too much of it for free one time.
Milk commercial?
No, more than once, man. I went. I had to.
You did
I
the
had to
cereal
I did the cereal circuit.
did?
I was a
90s.
I was a Mikey likes it kid. I was a
Really?
life cereal kid. Yeah.
Fuck. Damn.
He wasn't Mikey.
He
I
was
wasn't
also,
Mikey, but I was a life cereal
You were the-
kid.
He
And
was-
a cinnamon toast crunch kid.
He was an associate
And-
of Honeycomb.
I wouldn't.
really?
Do,
You
I
didn't
wouldn't.
go?
I wouldn't do Captain Crunch because they hurt the roof of my mouth.
Yes, it is. It's
That's
like glass.
actually a good point.
It's sharp.
well,
like I
you
wouldn't
need
do
to,
it.
you need to do more milk saturation.
You need to.
You
You
need
need
to
to be a
soak it.
seasoned. You need to be a seasoned cereal veteran to go in there to do a Captain Crunch commercial
an
because you'll go out of
SSV.
there with a bloody,
hard palate.
Captain Crunch. It's like, what the hell is this kid having a fit? Like he's got to go.
There was an entire
fucked up.
ward of hard palate wounds.
It's fucked
from
up,
the
man.
from the Captain Crunch ads.
You gotta let
Yeah.
it sit overnight
Yeah.
in the milk.
The only way it's
Overnight
viable is if you
Crunch, I
do
like
that.
you do a
Overnight
Captain Crunch. You do the Captain Crunch second commercial, and the
Gosh.
first one is a Count
toughener. It's
Chocula
a
or like a
toughener.
Lucky Charms. So it like really just like gets you ready for it.
It really
up.
turned the milk an unattractive shade of yellow.
Yeah, sure.
It really
It's
did.
Lucky Charms?
Just a pale.
No,
Captain
Captain
Crunch.
Crunch.
Oh yeah.
Until they did the berries, crunch berries, and that changed the game.
I
right
was
there.
not a berry person.
You don't like the berries?
How did
I,
that go?
I would do all crunch
What
berries.
about the
Yeah.
peanut
All
butter?
crunch berries. It's much peanut butter is great, but that's like rocks. That's like straight. That's like eating
Straight
rocks.
You're
rocks.
abusing your own mouth.
It's
at
not,
that
and I've got
point.
very soft teeth. I've got little like tiny
little
soft teeth.
little soft Vermont teeth.
Little soft Vermont teeth. Not bad
Sharp
genes.
cheddar, but soft teeth.
That's great. That's on our state sign.
Crossing the border from New York.
It's I'm missing 3 teeth already. They just broke when I was eating regular stuff. Not even
Not even hard
nuts,
stuff.
sir.
not even peanut butter crunch. Just like a sandwich.
A soft pizza.
Just the softest.
A Brooklyn pizza.
A boiled pizza.
I cracked a tooth once
Gnocchi. I lost
eating
5 teeth.
steamed broccoli.
Holy shit!
How the hell does that happen?
You never know.
That's good for your aggression too. It really lowers your aggression if you eat steamed vegetables.
Really.
Yeah.
It keeps all the nutrients in that your body's screaming for when you cook the shit out of stuff and you don't get the nutrients in
That's
it.
true.
How about that, guys?
That's true.
That's it.
Danny
What?
has in the last couple of years been a very healthy guy.
Is that true?
Yeah.
So
I stopped eating a lot of garbage.
No, I remember
He waits till he hangs out with me.
and then he gets into. The
Oh
garbage.
wait. Oh yeah.
You told a story about throwing up over the plane.
Oh yeah. That
Yeah.
was on Jim's show.
I'm not
Yeah.
proud of that. I'm not proud of that story. Or
Oh, I'm very proud
He's
of that
proud of
story.
it. It got a lot of laughs.
It got a lot of laughs.
hilarious.
It's a good story.
Oh, for sure. Especially when you play dumb to the stewardess. I think
Yeah.
is the worst part.
It's great. What are you gonna do?
Worst part. Yeah, I don't know.
What would you do?
Okay. I'll
What
give
would
it.
you do in that situation?
It's gonna
I'll
get
give
cleaned
you-
up either way. So
It's
well,
going
who
to get
needs to-
cleaned up. They've already quarantined the back so nobody can use that part of the bathroom.
I'll give you a for instance. I work with an older gentleman who's been known to take a drink every now and then.
Okay.
And
All right. Is this Cosby again?
I saw him. I saw him working on set again recently. He was on some job for the day. I came by. I said hello to everybody, and I remember one of the early anecdotes with him was him coming out of the bathroom in a hurry, saying, "Somebody shit all over the honey wagon. Do I smell?"
Oh no! Wait, a honey wagon isn't that what they use to suction the shit out of?
But sometimes it's just what they make us go to the bathroom in when you're
it's like
working.
a trailer
When you're
with
working
bathrooms.
on production.
Oh, okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool.
It's like a latrine on wheels.
Well, that's horrific. I'm
There's a-
sorry.
Yeah.
There's a blue sign that says Desi, and there's a pink sign that
Yes.
says Lucy.
Mm-hmm.
And you, whatever you identify with, you pop in there. Take
That's
a
the
shit, diarrhea everywhere, and then pop out.
That's the shit wagon. I didn't know.
Yeah.
You have to diarrhea in it.
But
Oh,
the
don't worry.
saying honey wagon is disgusting.
It is
It
gross.
is. I
Why?
believe it's a military term.
Why is it a gross
Because it's
thing
like
to say?
sweet. You're putting a sweet term
Yeah.
on.
I love honey. I hate
Honey's
that.
great, and then you have to think about fucking a man's shit.
How about hot honey?
What that makes it worse? Why?
Hot honey wagon? That's what happens in July and August in New York City. Hey now.
You can
Singer.
honestly fall asleep in the honey wagon in July because it's like it's murder outside, and you step inside, and it kind of smells like poop, but it's also 20 degrees cooler.
Yeah.
Ah,
And
very
there's
nice.
and there's usually radio on.
So you listen to a nice
People are
radio,
just
just
hanging
like,
listen to
out.
Garrison Keeler, and you smell the shit. and
No,
you
no,
pass
no.
out.
You just nod forward and wake up in a urinal.
There are.
I just used to remember being in honey wagons is like that's your like little room.
yeah.
No, that's campers.
Right. But
What what
Right?
he's talking
Oh,
about
oh.
what he's talking about is the small rooms that are sometimes adjacent to the bathrooms
Yes.
that people who don't have the largest parts
Gotcha. With their own.
with their own
it's a
trailers.
day player. It's a day player situation.
Maybe an under
So-
5 liner.
like an endless mic would go in there.
No.
No, he was a bigger kid.
He actually had a Mustang.
Really?
Yeah, they rented a Mustang.
I mean,
for
he's
his trailer.
He seemed cool as fuck.
Oh man,
Rick-
Rick is the man.
Rick
Really?
Gomez is even cooler than his character.
Holy shit.
Endless Mike. Yeah,
Yeah.
he plays a
Well,
pilgrim.
Endless Mike
cop.
was not really a very cool dude.
Of course he
He's
was.
cool to me. I don't know. When I was
Did
a
you think
kid,
he was cool,
I thought he
huh?
was cool. Yeah.
Shop guy.
Yeah, I like
Car guy?
Bumper sticker.
Yeah, Iggy Pop was very cool.
The older brother was pretty cool. I heard.
No, I didn't care for him.
Yeah, he was kind of what a whiner, right?
No, he was great.
He seemed really to be asking for approval.
He just like kept giving you all the information. He just kept talking and talking and talking.
I think he blinked once in a while.
You know that trick where I still use it to this day when you're trying not to talk to your dad and you stuffed your mouth full of food. I do that constantly when I can't. Literally, I was with my dad this past weekend. We had nothing to talk about, so I was just eating as much as I could, so it wasn't awkward. So you taught me a lot, man.
That's cool, and also it makes your mom feel better because she's like, he's eating.
He's eating.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is a win. This is a win-win. I'm glad that we're able to help you. That's
Absolutely.
very cool, Casey.
You guys taught me a lot.
Speaking of your family, did you have questions? Your brother? You
Oh,
said
my
your
brother.
was
So
a
me and
big
my
fan.
brother used to watch your show constantly. As you said, I bought the DVD box set for his birthday a few years ago. It was a big deal. We cried together at the finale. So he was very excited when I told him about this. We just sent him a video. So he sent some questions here. His first question is was that recorded, the Iggy Pop one?
Oh no, yeah, was Iggy Pop cool?
Yeah.
And
The answer is yes.
Yes, he was.
He ate well because he still looks good
He
to this
ate
day.
well.
It's
yeah.
crazy.
Oh,
yeah, you know, he got me hip to the
Brown rice.
that healthy
P90X.
eating way back then, and I just didn't care about it
You
until
know,
2 years ago.
shut the hell up. Yeah, finally.
He taught me in 1995, and in 2016, I decided to change my ways.
That's great. All right, here come the questions from Justin Salengo. Is Danny still making music?
Yes,
Yes.
still making music with Jounce.
with Jounce.
Still, I play with the Undone Sweaters with Jim.
Oh, they're great.
And Reed. And
There's also Middle Blue.
oh yeah, Middle Blue is a jazzy, funky thing.
Hell yeah.
We just have a record out on Rope-a-Dope Records. You should go to Rope-a-Dope.
I don't know it's called
and go
Rope-a-Dope.
get it.
That's a good name.
That's fun.
That's cool.
And Mike Clark, the drummer who was in Herbie Hancock's band.
Holy
is
shit.
the drummer in it. Yeah.
That's rad, man.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
All right. Which celebrity guest star was the most exciting to meet?
I'll handle this one, Danny. It was a celebrity guest star I didn't get to meet, Gordon Gano from the Violent Femmes. I wasn't on
You didn't get to, really?
I wasn't on the set that day. I had to go to regular school because I didn't have any scenes
That's so-
scheduled.
that's sad.
Yeah, so I was mad.
Fuck. What about Polaris? I remember I still listen to those songs like to this day. I love.
Well, that's like if your neighbor marries Iggy Pop and then Iggy Pop and it lives next door.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
sure,
like you
sure,
get
sure.
You, at first you'd be like, "That's awesome," and then it's like, "Oh yeah."
do you guys like those
I
music?
disagree with that. I think Polaris has always been a band that I've been into and can think is magical.
That song that you
Mark
guys played.
Mulcahy, Mark Mulcahy's coming to my wedding.
Really?
So that's
so cool.
That's something.
Yeah, well, I looked in because I was listening to their music, and then I got into like his other shit. So like I had a big Mark Mulcahy hole a few
Oh,
years
nice.
ago.
Yeah, he had just came out with a new record called Possum in the Driveway,
Fuck,
which
man,
is
listen.
really, really great.
I will back you up on this.
It's really great.
All right, here we go. Is it true that adults drink coffee even though they don't like the taste?
True.
True.
Yeah, I
Okay.
believe it. I don't drink coffee to this day because
Really?
of it. Yeah.
Neither of us have given into that particular adultism.
I
I'm
love
trying to
it.
stay true.
That's
I
great.
drink tea
You
instead.
can't help it. Higher
No,
ground.
hey,
higher
you
ground and all
gotta
that.
drink coffee. You
I'm
gotta
tired.
drink it, man.
I'm
Yeah.
a sleepy boy. All right.
Sleepy boy.
The dogs.
Who do you still keep in touch with from those days?
Well, I keep in touch with Mike.
That's good.
I
You should.
I keep in touch with Danny.
That's
It's,
fantastic.
This is very easy.
Is that it, or you don't have any? Is there anyone you like?
No,
you're close
no,
with?
we're in touch with everybody.
Yeah, pretty much.
I saw you guys do the live shows a few years ago somewhere in Brooklyn.
Oh,
Just-
at the Bell
just-
House?
Earlier
I
this
don't. No, it wasn't early. It was a couple of years ago. It was like a one-off.
Bell House.
It was at the Bell House, maybe. Okay, it was at the Bell House. It was a few years ago. It was when I first moved here, so I wasn't.
Oh no. It was about,
Acclimated.
you're talking about the Bowery Ballroom?
it was something. It might have been that. Yeah. 'cause
Yeah,
I
when
think-
it was like the cast and like the creators and stuff.
Yes.
And
yes.
may she rest in peace, Mara Eakin of the Onion and AV Club.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
She's still
Yes,
alive.
Oh, she's still alive. Okay, well, no, go.
Jesus
What a-
God,
what
this
a
is
good
just-
person.
that is
Dark.
a deep episode
it's
callback.
a
Her
deep,
memory,
like, yeah.
Very
we will
deep.
honor.
That's terrible. She moved to Los Angeles. She's having a baby. She's
Oh,
doing
that's-
just
Congratulations.
fine.
That's
Yeah.
dead enough to me.
Wow.
Oh, with the mysterious lyric.
Oh, we
He
can't
said,
talk about
"Would
that
you
on
settle
there.
to shoot me?"
No, in the
No.
theme song, we can't talk about.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
All right.
well, tell
Pass.
him
Got
no.
it.
Tell him that
Pass.
you can tell him that he's wrong.
He's wrong. Okay, I'll tell him
Yeah.
he's
Whatever it is, you're wrong.
wrong. Favorite episodes. I think mine is Blue Lazarus.
Nice.
He says
He means orange.
Orange Lazarus. I don't know why I wrote blue. That's what it's really
Met
fucked
fan.
up.
He's a Met fan.
That's really fucked
I don't
up.
think he is.
What are your favorite episodes?
Well, Halloweenie's a good one.
That's fucking great.
And,
That's how-
Tool and Die. The,
Tool and Die is a good one.
What's
wood
Tool and Die?
the
What
wood
happened?
shop.
The wood shop one.
Remember,
yeah.
Mr.
he's
Slurm.
he's selling dismemberment
yeah.
insurance.
Yes.
He's wearing a suit.
Uh huh.
It's a dog eat dog world, baby.
Baby.
I like the one where the barber.
Oh yeah.
That was great. The Barbie
Saturday.
and this one
last
Wayne got his night crawlers, right? Is that the same
His
episode?
Crab Walker.
Crab Walkers. That's what I'm sorry. Crab Walkers.
Nightcrawlers was the name of my gang.
Yes, and
When
when
they
you guys
stayed
tried to
up all
stay
night.
up all night, I tried to do that for a while too, and it's very harmful.
It's very. It's not good. Yeah, it's not good for
Okay,
you.
JC, none of these are questions.
I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. Question: does it bother you when people call you Pete?
Sometimes.
Does it
Sometimes.
bother you when people call me Pete?
No, I'm fine with this. It means he's taking the heat for
Yeah,
it.
I don't care if
The
people call him
Pete.
Pete. Yeah.
Sure.
This
Okay.
is also for the
Stay away.
listener. For the listener,
That's some great
Jeremy's
seltzer.
freshening us up with some
Jeremy's doing a little fluff. He's doing a little seltzer fluff.
For those of you on our Patreon watching the video right now, I disappeared because I was assisting my friends here.
This is great. All right, so a few more questions. Does Mike think in universe that Ellen and Big Pete ended up together?
Ooh.
That is very challenging.
Yeah.
I would hope that they are colleagues together at some sort of research hospital.
Yes, but not together.
But not together.
Who knows?
Who knows? You don't know. You can't tell you work together, so you can't reveal it.
It's
right.
either the
well,
Dawson's
yeah.
Creek
Well,
ending
they
or
keep
the
coming
Friends
out of the
ending.
same closet together at 5:30 every Tuesday.
Making babies.
You be the judge.
You be the judge. Big Pete often had Chef Boyardee stains around his mouth. Was that an artistic choice, or does Mike just really love Chef Boyardee?
Okay, he put you up to this.
I don't know.
He put you up to this.
No,
That's
I
fine.
didn't. I had nothing
what
to
was
do with
that?
it. I don't know. I think Mike just had a lot of cold sores when he was a kid.
Oh no!
I would love to see some citations.
Yeah,
along
okay.
with this question.
I
Like,
don't know. I don't remember that.
give me
either.
some Chef Boyardee stains in question. Actually, I was Italian. I don't know if we had Chef Boyardee. Not
Yeah,
that-
that's
No, but
offensive.
I was
We talked
Italian
about
and
this
Irish, and I
once.
still had Chef Boyardee.
It's so fucking
Really?
good, man. I
We
love
talked
it.
about this
yeah,
once
it was
that
good
you
when I was
can't
a
eat it
kid.
now
You
'cause
eat
you're
it
in
as
the-
an adult. No, I mean,
First
You what?
look, I eat whatever I
season
want.
You're on the Iggy diet, dude.
I do whatever I want. I just choose to eat
He's
things
about to
that
be
are
married.
better
He
for
doesn't
me.
do whatever he wants.
You do look great. Your skin's really popping.
Thank you, man.
He does.
Right.
That's the dry brushing.
Ah,
It is dry brushing.
Very
I
nice.
did.
What's that? That's like
Weirdo.
getting your
You
dead
take-
skin
just-
You
cells off.
just take like this brush and you just rub your body
yeah.
with it. It's good for circulation.
Is it a
It's-
wet brush?
It's good for. It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
dry brush.
Good question.
Yeah,
good
good.
question. All right, two more questions.
Wait,
Wait, back to the
Back to the Chef
Chef
Boyardee.
Boyardee.
I don't know where this is coming
Well,
from.
we talked about this, right? On like in the first season, some of my notes when I watched the first season, wasn't that one of them that you had stuff on your maybe that's what he's talking about is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm not-
There's an episode called "Don't Tread on Pete" where we eat too much chocolate and there's shit. all
Oh,
over
that's
my
what it
mouth.
was. That chocolate.
Mm.
Because it was a continuity thing from scene to scene that we talked about.
I eat too much candy to go into a sugar coma in order to hyper
Mm.
turbo learn a lot of facts
Yes.
before my.
So maybe
which
that's
is
something else.
which is a
I don't know if that's what
Send
he's
us
it's
saying.
a precursor to Adderall.
we need
Yes,
some, we need some-
Adderall.
yeah, which I then sold to fellow college students at SUNY Purchase.
That's beautiful.
No, that was Ritalin. We need
similar.
some clarification from you.
I'm gonna. Okay. Well, I will
Send us
follow
a
up and I'll let you guys know after.
Cool.
Two more.
Cliffhanger.
What is Danny's favorite Little Pete signature insult?
Oh, suck chowder jerkweed. for
That's
sure.
great.
Yeah.
Suck chowder
That's a
jerkweed.
great
That
Oh,
is
yeah.
so Danny.
And this isn't a question. Just get their autographs for me, Casey. And I'm not going to do that. But it's
Put in
not
the
a question.
form of
No,
a
we can.
question.
s-
Will
we can,
you get
we,
me
we
their
can sign
autographs?
something for him.
All right, cool.
It'll be. You don't have
That'd
to
be
do
nice.
We'll
give him
sign your
anything for
brother for
Christmas.
you.
You don't have to give
You
him
can't take a
anything for his
shower.
You
birthday.
can't take a shower.
Yeah, we're gonna sign you.
That's fine. I wasn't planning on it anyway. Cool.
like
That'd be
that
great.
dog
Well,
stink.
You answer him all his questions. You haven't showered since the diarrhea. That's how you know you're a good dog
The
walker.
dogs bathe me now.
The dogs bathe me now.
They are in charge. The dogs say I should go.
Well, this took a dark turn.
yeah.
It did.
Are you
But
the Golden
we
State
needed-
Killer? I think we-
Oh,
Hey.
Obviously not.
right here. I don't know.
That's true. I mean,
Empire State Killer.
You-
I would be the
Hey,
Empire
you would,
State Killer.
You would be. This is fun. You guys really
that's
just
Andrew Cuomo.
ooh getting
He's
political
real-
now.
he's really putting it down.
Getting political
Really
now.
put it down.
Hell yeah.
All right, Casey, you got any plugs?
Plugs? I've got my own podcast. It's
Nice.
called The Good, the Dad, and the Ugly.
Awesome.
We have 3 comedians.
Is
We
it
bring
about
on-
being a dad?
It's a dumb name. We just call each other Dad. I don't know why we picked that, but
Like, people call me dad. I
really,
don't know why?
it's fun. We bring on.
I think it's a fat joke.
Oh my God, you're so
See?
skinny. You're so thin,
Oh,
Danny. and
oh
you-
God,
You're
Casey.
dry brushing,
Oh
and
man,
you're clearly
yeah,
working out.
Clearly,
You look great.
clearly working out.
Casey
Look
had
like
me
Glenn,
until
I
just
look
now.
like 45-year-old Glenn Danzig, right? That's what I'm
you look great. You're stacked.
tight.
Fucking
Tight
scary.
t-shirt.
yeah,
Hell
all
yeah,
of our Patreon viewers will know how much we're all lying.
Oh, I forgot we're on Patreon.
Never forget about that.
We just bring on female comedians to like teach us how to be better at relationships and sex and just not be idiots in general.
Oh.
I've got my album Wild Country Phoenix. You can get that wherever you get albums on
Cool.
Spotify.
Where did you record it?
The Creek in the Cave in
Nice.
Long Island City.
Okay, not too far.
It's pretty cool. It was fun. And then, I don't know, I got Comedy Central half hour. That's on demand. You can check that out.
You got a web series?
The web series is coming out. It's called Casey Tries His Best. I will share that on my Facebook and Twitter and Instagram when it comes out. We tried to get Danny, but I guess we got lost in the sauce.
Yeah, well, now you know how to go directly.
Season
now.
2.
You know, it's
10.
1.5.
Yeah.
Season 1.25.
I'll get both of you guys next time if that's cool.
No charge.
Just don't dilute it.
I'm so sorry. Just because he's here.
Don't tell Danny. Don't tell Danny.
For the listener, things got really uncomfortable for a
so
second.
sorry.
I thought they were fun.
And then speaking of socials, what about do you do Twitter? What do you do?
At Casey James Salengo.
I'm following him right now, guys.
ENGO. Been throwing out a lot of garbage tweets, hoping something catches fire.
Something catches fire. You got a nice little Instagram though too. That's where I see most of your hijinks.
Yeah, Instagram's more fun. It's just pics.
Yeah.
People don't talk back to you. It's mostly just like dogs and like butt models. So it's like cool. It's gotta fuck with people's.
Wait.
You can see his pubes.
Wait, is this?
You can all pubes. It's pubes.com. Yeah,
that's not
me.
really your address though, because it's not in blue.
No, that's Comedy Central stand up. That's
Those chicks.
that's
that's
tweeting one of my jokes.
Yeah, come on now. Gosh.
But this still is, even though I did all
as
that.
someone who only uses Twitter, he's still not very good at it.
Well, he's just sending out pictures of shit. So he doesn't know. Videos of shit.
Dan's not good at his job either, whatever it is.
What is my job?
I don't know, but you suck at it.
Oh.
I think you
know what? I would
Okay,
give him a
he
high
has a
five.
Ric Flair as his header photo. So we know it's real. He was a lion.
I think you guys are both great at your jobs, and this is a big deal. And I really appreciate you having me on.
Oh,
anything I've done, this is like the most excited I've been to do just about anything.
You could be the hamburger on my garbage plate anytime.
Wow,
man.
that is
Amber.
really
Did you say Amber? That's so
amazing.
sweet. I would love to. I'll come back every day.
I will walk dogs with you.
If you're in,
and
if
the
you're
other
in,
thing.
Greenpoint, and you're walking dogs, you should, he'll.
Yeah, if you're in Williamsburg,
definitely
we can
walk
go on a
with you.
shit tour.
Baby, the finest shit.
Highest quality, most well-fed dogs in New York.
This is beautiful.
On the north side of Williamsburg.
FDR shit right in this corner.
I always wanted to do a comedy sketch where where a dog's taking a shit and I just slide in and like do one of the hand under the chin things and just be like, "You can do it," just like pep talk the dog.
Buddy, we can take this up right now. I got to walk after. And
Not only that.
We got a couple GoPros
for it.
This is great. Make your dreams come true, brother. Let's do it.
All right, we're shutting this down. No more podcasts.
Casey James Salengo, we're very thankful for you coming through for us today.
Thank you, man.
This is very fun. Thank you so much for having me, guys.
And something smells in here. You could just wash yourself off before you go. You know what I mean? There's no.
Oh yeah.
I'd rather not.
Feel free to use my
it's fine.
shower.
We'll
You can
autograph
use
you
Jeremy's
afterwards.
shower.
We'll autograph you right afterwards for your brother.
All right, I guess I'll bathe finally. You guys tricked me into it.
Jeremy, put the kitchen sink on.
If you were really a fan of the show, you would take a shower in front of us.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's true.
He's used this line at Comic-Con.
This is great.
It's never
you
worked.
Sure you didn't work with Bill Cosby, bud? You guys are using a lot of tricks here.
Wow. On that
Sorry.
note,
And that's all the time we have.
I'm so sorry.
Thanks, Casey.
Thank
The Adventures of Danny and Mike stars Danny Tamborelli and Michael C. Morona. The show is produced by Jeremy Balin. For more information on the guys, visit our website at dannyandmike.com. Also, look us up on Twitter at Danny and Mike with the and spelled out, and on Facebook at facebook.com/The Adventures of Danny and Mike. Thanks for listening.